Delighted that we are still here. We are healthy. We are alive and free. Who is your host? Dr. Joseph E. Marshall Jr.
Thank you, Lady E. Thank you, Lady E. Good evening, street soldiers. And somebody just texted me, said, Doc, you on? Greg, we're on. We're on. We're on. We're on. I just want you to know, we're on. We're on. We're on. We're on. We're on. Welcome back once again. Here we go. We're off and running, keeping you alive and free, making it good in your neighborhood. We are the point guard of the community. That's pretty good, huh? Point guard of the community. We got the ball. We keep it rolling for one reason only, to save your life and to keep you out the joint. It's that simple. Play a little music, saving our lives. We are ready to go. We're ready to go. Fabulous Black History Month. Just unbelievable. Just you can't go wrong with Black History Month. Actually, there's just so much. We get as much as we can in. And last week's show I'm still hearing about that show. Chief Bill Scott, Jeff Steinberg, taking the SFPD on the journey to justice, Sojourn to the Past, Black History Civil Rights Tour, and the impact it has on officers. I have said, I got to get to some old departments to let them know, hey, you want officers who will think and act differently when they're out there in the neighborhoods. Maybe you should try what Chief Scott has tried. Women's History Month coming up. In fact, we've already got most of the lineup scheduled. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. Salute the ladies this month. Salute the ladies. Salute all the ladies. I love women's history, but I love Black history. I love it all. I love good people doing good things and giving folks their due. Giving folks their due. Giving folks their due. All right, got to say hello. Ann, say hello. Lady E, say hello. You already said hello, huh? But you got to unmute. Got to unmute. Got to unmute. I don't know why she mutes up again. Okay. Got to unmute.
I'm flipping pages and all kind of stuff over here.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes. Good evening, street soldiers. And let me just drop a few words in before we start rolling.
Yes, ma'am.
We are saluting women. I'm not gonna salute a woman, but I do need to acknowledge my granddaughter. At her basketball game on Saturday, she was a little mini Steph Curry.
Oh, for real? No kidding?
Baby,
hey,
wait.
Neil, here it comes.
She did a little hop and a three.
She hit a three?
Then she did another hop, another three. But when she hit that third three, grandma was through. Okay. I was like, what?
Eden hit 3 3?
3 threes. It was 24-2. And she made 14 points.
3 threes.
I said 3 threes.
Mini Steph is wow.
So yeah, just on behalf of the young women who are hooping, we've got a little one.
There's a whole lot of them. A whole lot of them. Congratulations.
3 of them, okay? A little hop and bam off the backboard.
Wow. I know y'all went crazy.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Philmo, what's up? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Having
fun on the radio today.
Oh, yeah. You got a little pep in your whatever.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of fun, man.
You have
Talk
fun
to the
today.
people.
Okay. All right. Talk to the people.
Yep.
Nothing better than talking to the people.
That's right.
Especially when the people talking back.
Right. That's true.
So you there? You there? You ready? You ready? Pull you in? You want to say hi? You good?
I'm here, brother.
What's up, man? How you doing, man?
What's up, street soldiers? What's up, Mike? What's up, everybody? Mr. Stell, love you. Love all y'all. Sure. I'm doing good. And Mike, what happened with Doc's attempt to change your name last week? How did that go?
Last week.
What happened? What did he try to change it to?
Remember?
Sir.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. That was
he needed to come with it.
I don't even know why I even did that.
I just felt it that day. It's gone now. Okay.
Got you. Because the police was here? I'm scared of the police, man. He gave us a badge.
I don't know what it was. He did.
Yeah.
I
He
mean,
did.
Fillmore Mike is already a really good. That's a great name. So it's hard to
Thank
beat
you.
that one. It's
See?
gonna be hard.
I feel more, but that's okay. We'll leave that alone. We go back. All right. I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate the try though.
Uh,
When I go to Britain.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, get officially knighted. All right. The Oscars are on tonight. Do we have any skin in the game tonight with the Oscars? I don't know.
What you mean?
You know, any black folks nominated?
My brother won for Wicked. It was like the first brother to win. I don't remember the category. It was like costume design or something,
Okay.
and he was the first ever to win. So that was cool.
He won?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, congratulations!
I saw that, but I haven't been checking. So
Yeah.
I'll check as we're doing our news.
Yeah, I don't know if we're in any of the major categories, so All right, we'll see. I can check that off. Okay. One. I told you this. We got to get to the news, but did you remember I told you about the bears in Yellowstone? Did you see them?
What happened?
Nobody saw that but me.
What, the bears coming for people?
No, the bears like I don't know, they posseed up like they unionized or something. They went on strike. They just all blocked the road. You couldn't do nothing. This picture popped up, and I hope it wasn't an AI thing. Where the bears like people, y'all can come in today.
Hey, I bet you it was Yogi trying to get a picnic basket.
It was a bunch of yogis. It wasn't just a couple. It was like
Yo, boo boo.
every
That's right.
bear in Yellowstone was like, nah, yeah, and they wasn't moving. And they was like, so they trying to figure out if the bears are on to something.
No, I think the bear control people who are, employed by the National Forest Service got fired. That's what happened. And I think people don't realize what people do when it's not your job. And so that was probably one of their duties. So yeah, they're just free to roam.
So the bears was protesting. Yeah, it was a crazy scene. I mean, like, look, maybe I didn't see what I saw, but I did see it. Maybe it was a thing posted.
Well, speaking of protesting, did y'all spend money on Friday?
Nope.
No,
I didn't either.
I didn't. I really didn't.
Not a dime.
I had to get. I had to get a little bit of gas because I had to go get my kids. Couldn't run out of gas, so. But that was it. I didn't buy no food. I definitely didn't do no Amazon. I didn't hit Target. I didn't do none of them. None of the big stores. Nothing like that.
Right. I ended up getting small business. I hit the small business for what I needed. Yeah, that was
It was only one day, obviously, and it's the first one, but you got to start somewhere. So
you got to do more of that. You got to do more of that. All right. I want to salute the 38th birthday of Alive and Free Omega Boys Club. 38 years. Wow. It was February 26th. Had a nice little celebration at the club. And, of course, there have been no Alive and Free Omega Boys Club. There will be no street. So there'll not be a whole lot of things, right? And, we text during the day and, I thanked profusely. And I thank profusely Lady E. I thank all the, it was just a wonderful day. So, and everybody said, we're going to have a celebration. I said, 2 more years. Let's hit the big 4 and we do a big thing. But I don't think everybody has been associated, all the young people, all the staff, everybody has been remarkable for 38 years. So
one of the few people can say I was there at that first meeting.
Oh, man, you was there, brother.
At the neighborhood house, Potrero Hill neighborhood house. Yep.
Got stories of me and you coming across the
Never forget it. Oh, we used to say, on the way home, we used to stop at Quick Way. Okay. We used to get a box of chicken and fries at the Grand Lake
chicken and fries. Got the chicken and fries.
Man, that was the best thing ever. All the old school Oakland folks know what I'm talking about.
Man, people miss Quick Way now. Like greasy chicken. Go ahead, Ann.
Well, one of the things I learned that night was when Jack revealed that Omega was the first organization to get into the halls or into the jails and teach. And I just thought that was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like that, the amount of lives that have been impacted because of all of you is amazing.
Yeah. And if Omega hadn't gotten in the hall first, it probably would never have been a Beat Within.
That is,
Yeah, the ripple effects have been astounding. Ripple effects have been astounding. Congratulations. All right, let's get to the news. Let's get to the news. Let's get to a couple of pieces of news. Let's just so you can do a couple of horrible deaths. Angie Stone.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
R.I.P. to the great Angie Stone. That one hurt me. I'm a big fan of her music. You know,
yeah.
she, her and D'Angelo share a child. Did you know that, Doc?
Didn't know that.
Yeah. They dated early on for a few years early on in D'Angelo's career, but Angie Stone been in the music business for so long. I mean, she goes back to the late '70s. She was rapping back
Took
then, and
that
she's
long?
actually she's one of the first. I think she may be the first woman to ever have a rap record. She was signed to
Right.
Sugar Hill Records back in like
Oh, wow.
Sugar Hill
'79.
Records? For real?
Yes. Sylvia Robinson signed her. She was part of a group, I think, called the Sequence. We're gonna funk you right on up. Gonna funk you right on up. That is her. Then later on, we
Did we lose it?
Yep. 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 You broke up, brother. You back? You gone? All right.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we
Okay.
can.
Now
Yeah.
we,
R.I.P. Angie Stone.
And
okay.
also the great Roberta Flack.
Yeah.
It's
Oh wow.
killing me softly. Oh man, Roberta Flack.
Oh man.
Roberta Flack.
What a voice.
Oh man.
Do
That
yourself a favor. If you don't know her music, Google the song "First Time
ever I saw your face.
Ever I Saw Your Face." What a beautiful tune that
Ever
is.
I saw your face.
Oh, go ahead, give her a tribute. You know, mine is That's the Time. I feel like making love to you.
Oh yeah,
That's a great song.
Lord.
great song.
Yes. Roberta Flack, and in her collaboration with Donny Hathaway was just amazing. Right.
Yeah.
Back together again. I mean, they made some music. They made some music. Rest in peace, Roberta Flack. Definitely won't forget either Roberta or Angie's. So let's get straight to this fiasco. Let's just cover it. Let's just do it. I don't do that. But that thing in the White House, Mikey, I don't know. I guess you saw, right?
Hey, they definitely living up to the name these days.
Zelensky leaves the White
And
House.
which name is that?
The White
'Cause
House.
there are a few.
The White House. I like that. Like, did you see any of it?
Yeah.
Zelensky leaves the White House early after
Crazy.
Trump meeting gets here. It was crazy. And so I have come up with my name for it, right? That whole thing, if I had closed my eyes and just it was like a mafia shakedown. It was I could hear Don Corleone say, "You can't come in here talking like," and then and the worst thing about it, he put his hand on the man, and it just you don't put your hands on, yeah,
Who put his hand? I didn't see nobody
but
put no.
that's what somebody said. Now I
I
didn't
don't
see
know.
all
I
of
didn't
it.
see. I didn't see.
But or he did his finger or something like that. I don't know if but it was like a mafia shakedown. I mean, diplomacy. It was a mess on live TV. Now, the thing they always that he always does is when you didn't see what you saw. I know what I saw. He's done that with January 6th. He's done it. You didn't really see. It wasn't really. No, I saw it. I saw it. So I guess it was. I, now, I mean, we could get into the politics, the world size, so on and so forth, but but
He's
I
just a
don't know
bully.
how he
He's a
became
bully.
like Putin is our friend. I don't get it. That Lady E, that's my thing. I'm gonna let it go after that. It was a mess. Got anything to say?
Oh no. Not that I can say.
Nothing you can say over the radio.
Well, I mean, no, I'm gonna.
Lord, please. Um, so Europe is like, I'm through with y'all. Australia is like, I'm through with y'all. I mean, but then my other thing is the one line I always post when people complain is, you voted for him. This is what you're gonna get.
Well,
This is what you're gonna get. You're gonna get this kind of stuff.
the main thing I have a problem with is more so just people backing. Like it seems like nobody has a backbone. Oh, especially a lot of the men. It seems like it's a lot more lady politicians speaking out against him than there.
Shout out to Jasmine Crockett.
Yeah, then there are men politicians that are standing up and saying, "No, we're not going."
They cowards, man. They straight cowards. And we've just spent 2 months from Martin Luther King to the Freedom Riders watching 20 people of all persuasions, right? Watching college students go into the South, risk their lives, get beat up. What did they say on the bus? You might die. They said, well, absolutely fearless. And these clowns, I will call them clowns, and cowards are afraid to stand up. I mean, they're a joke to me. Joke. Yes, I agree with you 100,000%. They're gonna let the difference
Dr.
is so stark. Yes, sir.
Why don't you tell us how you really feel about it, okay?
The difference, but yeah, and the kids are watching the Freedom Riders and like, man, they have courage. And then they'll be like, well, why can't they do that? Like, man, they ain't got the courage. They worried about their what John Henry Clark say, petty power position. John Henry Clark, I'm looking up amazing Black historian. They worried about power, not what's doing what's right. So, like you said, that's how I feel. I promise you, street soldiers, as I'm gonna give it like a couple more months, then we're gonna line it all up, and you can have our whole political commentary. All right. But tonight, let's get into women's history. Let's get into speaking of women, and Jasmine Crockett is a great example, Mike. That's a great example of somebody standing up. She ain't afraid to say what she got to say. She ain't worried.
Love me some Jasmine Crockett, don't you? She's great.
Fearless. She like, and she gorgeous too. she don't play. She don't play. All right, here's what we're gonna do on Women's History Month. We are going to begin the show with, let me find my topic. We got some great shows coming up. We really do. We really do, to celebrate our ladies, during Women's History Month. And tonight we're going to start with women from history who have empowered, impressed, inspired, and impacted you. Women from history who have empowered, impressed, inspired, and impacted you. We got a good 30 minutes to do this, right? And Lady E, do you mind if we, as to the callers, give your book away again? Is that okay? Because you are one of the women who have inspired, impacted, and impressed us. Lady E, is that okay?
Okay.
Well, you ain't got no books?
You say what? What did you say? What was your question?
Sold out.
Close.
That's good. 807. Mike, give me the number. I get excited.
955-1061.
One more time.
877-955-1061.
877-955-1061. We are asking women from history. Now, let's get this straight. Don't do your family. Save that for Mother's Day, okay? Don't do mama. Don't do grandmother. Don't do women from history. And when I say they can be deceased or still alive, right? Women from history who have empowered, impressed, inspired, and impacted you. Give us a call. Tell us who they are. We're celebrating Women's History Month. If we got a call, not, I will give you mine to begin. 877-955-1061. I already got a copy of your book, so lady, you don't have to give me one. Okay. Let me start with mine. I always begin with Harriet Tubman. The remarkable Harriet Tubman. The woman is, and it's not only has she impressed and she's impacted my life, right? We have a rule for living, Lady E. If you want things to change, change begins with you, right? And every time I think of this woman saying, I want to free the slaves, I don't know nobody doing it, but I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it by myself. I mean, can you imagine? I know people can't go from one hood to another, right? They can't go across the corner. She's going into the deep South. Mm-hmm. No AK, no posse. She had a pistol. No, no posse, no homeboys. I got dudes that got to have their boys to go around the corner. She by herself going into the South and bringing out people. Incredible. I just had a price on her head, a bounty that would be like $4 million today. Harriet Tubman, as remarkable a woman as ever. I call her Saint Harriet. That's mine. I'm gonna start with that. I got about 50 more, but I'm gonna start there with Harriet Tubman. 877-955-1061. Give us a call. A woman from history who has empowered, impressed, inspired, and impacted you. And we got something for you. If you get in and tell us who it is. All right. When we get a call, you let us know, Mike.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can do yours. A woman from history who has empowered, impressed, inspired, and impacted you.
So today on PBS they were playing a piece on Ida B. Wells, and I remember her a little bit, but I was like, know her? Oh, because she's a journalist, you know. And what was interesting is that well, one, we have a school in San Francisco named after her. So it's like, I remember looking her up with that, you know, and I like that, right? We learn about people in that way. But they dug into a little bit more about her being an investigative journalist, sociologist, educator, and she was also an early leader in the civil rights movement. And with her, she was born in 1862. So it was during the Civil War. So she was born into slavery.
Wow.
And then passed away in 1931. And then during that time, so you know, granted slavery had ended, but she still had to fight for women's rights because women weren't created equal. And she went and she was one of the founders of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. Yeah, but she almost didn't want that title, but she definitely started that. So to me, I thought she was just a really interesting, powerful figure in history that we need to go ahead and learn a little bit more about and uplift. So, because that definitely was not easy. She didn't have to do any of that, but she did. Thank you.
You gotta remember, these
Ida
women
B.
were
Wells.
risking their lives.
Yes.
And I get back to you. They ain't risking, you know, they scared, and these women are risking their lives.
Yeah.
Speaking truth to power, really, you know. I mean, that's the phrase we use now, right? 877-955-1061. We got a book for you when you call and tell us what woman from history has empowered, impressed, inspired, and impacted you, and you got to tell us why. You got to tell us why. You got to tell us why. All right, all right. Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. I don't know. Greg is out there. Greg, listen. Greg, call me and tell me. But now, don't use your mother. Don't use your auntie. Don't use family. We want historical figures. All right, living or deceased. Okay. All right. Well, then I got to go to Mike. I'm going to get his. All right. Until we get the calls. All right. All right. All right.
Okay.
All right,
Women in history.
yes. Women in history. Inspired. Powered. Impressed. You.
Angela Davis.
Good one.
Davis.
Oh, they got why?
Assata Shakur.
No.
I mean, not Assata, but Afeni.
Only one.
Tupac's mom.
But you got, okay, he got two in, all right? Yeah. But you got to say why, all right? Angela Davis.
Just
why?
Because just the basically their impact and their plight that they had to go through and deal with. Mm-hmm. So that's always been interesting for people like a Harriet Tubman to do what she did back then.
Have you ever met Angela?
And the courage. I don't believe so. I might have met her.
Yeah.
I've seen her speak so many times, but I don't think I've met her like formally.
Yeah. Oh, she's amazing.
Yeah.
And those, yeah, it was the whole Free Angela movement. Angela was locked up, right? They had the Free Huey thing. They had the Free Angela. They had the Free Angela thing. And yeah, Angela, that's a good one. Now, since you mentioned Afeni, you can go ahead and also you snuck two in. All right.
Yep.
Tell me.
She was a great leader from what I heard. I think I seen a documentary about her and Tupac. what it was hard.
Okay, so far we have Harriet
Can I get
Tubman.
one more? I got one more.
You can
Amelia
use all
Earhart.
yours up.
Earhart, because she's from the Bay and she flew around the world.
Amelia.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. That was super cool.
Amelia Earhart. I can never spell her name right.
Passed away
H.
flight, but
Yeah. Amelia Earhart. She's from the Bay, huh?
Yep.
I didn't know that. Okay, so we have Harriet Tubman, Ida B. Wells, Angela Davis, Safini Shakur, Amelia Earhart. Those have been named so far. I have many, many more, but I will wait until I get a call. 877-955-1061. Please tell us, as we celebrate Women's History Month, we begin our look into women's history. What woman from history has empowered, impressed, inspired, or impacted you? And you gotta tell us why. Lady E's book is waiting for you if you can do that. And Lady E, looks like you're up next. We have to do all this ourselves and collect all your books.
That's fine. I am just speaking on behalf of Angela Davis.
Yeah.
She was brilliant. I just want to add, she was brilliant, and when she was taken to trial, she was her defense, and she won. Okay. She was just amazing, smooth, cool as a cucumber, and she did not let anything shake her. She dealt with the challenges that she faced just, without a hair out of place. That big fro. Anyway, so that's just a little bit more about Angela Davis. But the one that I'm gonna speak to tonight is Diane Nash.
That was my number 2, but go ahead, throw it, because most people do
freedom
not.
Writers.
Yep.
And those young people, the people who were the writers, put their lives in danger. They were trained in this art of nonviolence, but they had no idea the violence that they were gonna face.
Lady E, let's hold it. Hold it right there. Let's take that call, come back and tell folks about Diane Nash. All right, you're on Street Soldiers. Thank you for calling. And we are asked, tell us who you are and what woman from history has empowered, impressed, inspired, or impacted you.
Hey, man.
Who is it?
Hey, so I'm straight from the Bay, right? Yeah. But, hey, a lot of people don't know about Rosie the Riveter.
Okay, you know what I mean? No. Speak on it.
You know what I mean?
Speak on it.
Hey, so she was a strong Black woman, and all the men had to go to war, and she stepped up. She was the iconic person to, empower the women to help us during the war. Yes. When the men had to go to war, but they was going to war with us. You know what I mean? Yeah. In a different aspect. They were holding it down for the men. You know what I mean? And not a lot of people know about Rosie the Riveter.
How did you find out about her?
What? I'm from the Bay. I know about it. You know what I mean?
I like that, bro.
Hey, it's Drew Viola, man. Hey, I love y'all 106.
Hang on, man. We gonna get this Lady E's book to you, okay? Thank you for calling. All right, great start. 877-955-1061. What woman from history has empowered, impressed, inspired, and or impacted you? Harriet Tubman, Ida B. Wells, Angela Davis, Safini Shakur, Amelia Earhart, Rosie the Riveter. And let's go back to Diane Nash while we're waiting for the next call. Go right ahead, Lady E.
So the first bus that went to Montgomery, wherever they made it to, those people, the bus was tear gassed and they were beaten and rescued. It was just a horrific experience. And so people thought that it was over, but it wasn't. The president, the administration said, hopefully this is it, because them Southerners are going to kill those kids. Well, Diane Nash, who was a senior in college.
Yes, at Fisk University, I believe.
Fisk University. She's felt like this is an important cause and we can't stop now. She was at the center of making sure getting the young people from college to take that next bus trip down.
Hold
And
on,
when
hold on. I'm
you got a
sorry.
call?
It's time to call. Yeah, you got to
Don't
call.
worry.
Go ahead, caller.
I know what's going on. No worries.
Go ahead, caller. Tell us who you are and what woman from history has empowered it, impressed, inspired, and impacted you. Go right ahead.
All right, how you doing? My name is Devon.
Nice to meet you, my brother.
Rebecca Tompkins, from the Mobile, Alabama area. She inspired me because she started one of the first Little Red schoolhouses for Black people. She was born in 1880, and she started that first schoolhouse. It's actually a historical monument in the Mobile, Alabama area in one of the counties. And you can go tour it now. Little schoolhouse that educated so many descendants of former slaves. So
Now say that name again. I
she
want to make
inspired
sure I
me.
got it right.
Oh, Rebecca Tompkins. Rebecca Tompkins.
Rebecca
Rebecca Tompkins. Tompkins.
Tomkins or PK. I don't know which one. And
Yeah.
Tompkins.
Yep. Yep. That's Rebecca Tompkins, and she's my great grandmother.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
she lived to be 106 years old.
Wow.
Lived to be 106 years old.
So did you know?
I met her, but I was a baby.
So you knew about her legacy early on. Did they talk about her in the family? I'm always curious about it because a lot of stuff doesn't get passed down.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't really. I knew of her, but I didn't really learn about her until I got in my 20s. And to be a woman, who was, did accomplish that, started that first schoolhouse, had a college education, made sure all her children, went to school and, were educated, at the turn of the century was amazing. Basically, her and her husband converted their truck into a school bus, and they were just busing people from all over the county down there to make sure they went to school every day. And so for all her cousins and relatives and anybody else living in the county, she made sure they got educated. And that Little Red Schoolhouse is you can look it up online.
And just did say and found and yeah, Little Red Schoolhouse. Yeah. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. There's so many hidden figures that we don't know about until people bring it to light. So now it's on my list. Thank you very much. Well, you'll get a book. All right. Look for it. Lady E's book. All right. Next caller. Thank you. What woman from history has empowered, impressed, inspired, and impacted you? Go right ahead. Tell me who you are and who is the woman. You there? You there?
Hello?
Hello, you are on. Go right ahead.
Hey, Mars, this is Greg.
I knew you was gonna call, brother. I called you out to call. Give me the one.
Yeah, the woman in history that inspires me quite a bit. I've actually been inspired by her for many, many years. Was Stagecoach Mary.
Tell us about her now.
She delivered the mail and Stagecoach. She had the shotgun, and I think she helped out on the Underground Railroad. And she chased away robbers and bandits, and she was trying to steal the mail, and she would do it in rain, the sleet, the snow, and she couldn't use her if she couldn't use her coat. She carried a bill of fax on the back. I think she's over 6 feet tall or something. So she's a pretty a tough figure, but she was something I looked up to in the history of the station. Mary was her.
Mike, you know her last name?
Mary Fields.
Felix.
Okay. Mary Fields.
Yeah, Fields. I got it. Like the cookie. All right. I didn't know about that, Greg. Thank you, man. Thank you for sharing.
All
right. You got it.
Okay.
Somebody got to find out about it. You'll get the book, Lady's book. You may already have one, but if not, you got it. If not, you can pass it on to somebody else. Yeah. Well, he did come to the book signing. He sure did. He loved you, Lady. He's in the pan. 877-955-1061. Call us and tell us what woman from history has empowered, impressed, inspired, and impacted you. It is Women's History Month. We're giving the ladies all the love right here on Street Soldiers tonight. She's going to try and get through Diane Nash one more time. Because Diane Nash she was next on my list. She's such a pivotal, that's that right, figure, Lady E. And You got to tell that thing about when they tried to get her not to go. You got to do it.
Well, if I can get to it, Dr. Mark. Otherwise, you can go ahead,
No, when the callers come in, we don't want them hanging on.
I understand. I understand. So the White House gave Diane a call personally on her cell phone. No, they didn't have cell phones, but they reached Diane Nash and tried to let her know that you cannot take anybody on that bus back down to Birmingham, Alabama. Girl, you gonna get people killed. And she let them know, sir, I need you to know that we have already signed our last will and testament.
She said,
we are leaving on the Greyhound bus. What, 5 o'clock in the morning? They were already on that bus. We had talking about a young woman, young girl, kind of like the 6888, already making a firm decision that we are going to take a stand no matter what. We already know our lives are at risk, and it was their senior year. It was finals week.
Yep.
And a group of them had signed their last will, and she was the one that was holding it down. So that has definitely inspired me to continue to help inspire others. You don't have to wait until your hair turns gray to take a stand.
Yeah, lady, when you see her and you see the conviction that she had, they're like, I'm going. You might get killed. I'm going. I don't care. I filled out my will. I'm going. Like, and the powers that be were trying to say, no, girl, you better not go. I don't care who the hell you are. She didn't say it like that. I'm saying it like that. I'm going. This is bigger than that. And she's 21 years old, got a whole life to live. During finals, like her parents probably like, no, you can't go. I'm going. And went down there without the protection of the United States, anything, right into the teeth of lawlessness. And she's something, man. And you're right. That's no, she's on my look. Diane Nash, right after Harriet Tubman, fearless. Back to these fearful people that Michael was talking about that are in power positions right now in Congress who are scared to say anything because they're worried about being not reelected, I guess. 877-955-1061, 877-955-1061. Call and tell us what woman from history has empowered, impressed, inspired, and or impacted you. Let me just ask before I get to my next one here. What there's got to be a common thread in these women because women can talk about something bad. I mean, like, lady, we do this lesson every year where we tell all the names women are called, and it's just like I'm even gonna go there, right? But what's going on? These women, like, what's there? What's there? And you mentioned Jasmine Crockett earlier. I'm gonna put her right up here in the list that we have so far because she's current. What do you think is going on with them? Oh, we do? We have a call. All right, call, I'll come to you before I answer that question. Go right ahead, and you're on Street Soldier. Say your name and tell us the woman that you choose. But what's going on with these women? Like,
you're on. Turn that radio down.
Can't turn the radio down?
You got to turn it down. You're going to hear me twice, and that's not good. Oh, you hung up. All right, let's try it again. 877-955-1061. You call, you give us a woman, you get a copy of another one on my list, Lady E's book. Lady E's book. Okay.
Well, the importance really when we think about like Women's History Month is like why we have it is just like why and how we have Black History Month is that women are underrepresented, right? And not included. When we're looking at history, when we're looking at all the contributions that they've given to us here in America and the world. Yeah. I just think that's really important, right? This is why we do it. This is why we take the time to go ahead and look things up and to talk about it.
there's so many that you run out, right? So I get to do one more, right? Oh, we got a call. Okay, we don't. Y'all gonna call. Y'all gotta hang on so we can get to you. Okay, we got to get to you so we can get your answers. So when you call 877-955-1061, give us a minute. Somebody else? I hear a voice.
Hello.
Right ahead.
Hello.
Yes, you're on. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I hear you. Go ahead and tell us who your remarkable woman is.
Oh, it's my great grandmother. Her name is Alvetta Waddle.
I'll see. I was trying to stay away from family members, but
I know, but she's so amazing.
okay,
She's so
okay.
amazing.
I'm not gonna deny your grandma. That's for sure. Go ahead, tell us about her.
Hello. Hello. I hear you.
Oh, see.
Go ahead, tell us who you're remarkable.
Be on the podcast.
All right, people. Mike, tell them one
Shout
more
her
time.
grandmother, yeah. 877-955-1061. When you call in, make sure you turn down your radio. Yep. And just listen to us over the phone. Don't listen to don't do both.
Don't. Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna. All right.
We actually have a caller though.
Okay, let's go. All right. Hope your radio's down. You're on. Tell us who you are. Tell us your woman that you are.
Hi, I'm Federland. I'm from the Bay Area, and I really feel like Michelle Obama is very inspiring to me, especially being known as standing by her side. I mean, standing by her husband. Oh, hello.
Oh no, I'm listening to you. No,
Oh,
you're right. Is there?
yeah.
Yeah. What else? Yeah, she's.
Yeah, and being it's the first African American president,
First lady.
yeah, and sorry about that. Being the first African American president we have, and whatever is going on with the world right now with Donald Trump and all this hate with the people getting sent away, like that's by far the best president we've had. And for Michelle Obama to stick by her man, and it's not easy with all this politics going on to stand by a black African American president. She really inspired me so much.
Yeah, she's amazing. I think there's nobody. I mean, I've said she might be the most liked person. I don't know that, but I've heard it. But Michelle Obama is like, my God, her book. What was the name of her book? Was it Beloved? Was that the name of her book? I mean, Becoming. That's it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yes, you almost just. And here, everybody says who've met her, and I haven't. That she's just a regular person. She's just a regular person. Yeah.
That's all.
Okay. All right, you're gonna get a copy of another great woman, Lady E's book. Okay, 877-955-1061. We got a few more minutes. You let us know what
minutes left.
Else. All right. You want to get in and tell us you're remarkable. No, what I call them, women from history have empowered, impressed, inspired, and impacted you. Whole thing about this, so many. See, I was running down my list, and I had like a list of 30. So I'm going to mention one you may not have heard, and this is Assata Shakur. Assata Shakur, the Black Panther, who now is, I believe, still lives in Cuba. Just an amazing, amazing. Her book, I remember reading her book years ago, Assata, and we actually have adopted a rule for living based on Assata Shakur, based on her. She was supposed to be on post, and she was doing something she wasn't supposed to be doing. The Panthers had put her out there to do something, and she wouldn't do it. And she says, the responsibility is on mine. I got to do, and that's what, again, part of that rule for change. If you want things to change, change begins with me. And I just, I don't know if she'll ever be able to come home. But those of you who want to look up that name, Assata Shakur. Anybody got another one? Anybody got another one? You got another one? Another one? Because I got a new one. Got a new one. A new one. Major Charity Adams, top of goes right up there, 6 AAA, ended up being really lieutenant colonel. You don't know Major Charity Adams, I'm gonna tell you. Uh, see the film 6 AAA on Netflix. Highly nominated, highly regarded. Actually, the song is up for an Oscar. I don't know if they're gonna win, but you ain't never seen nobody like Major Charity Adams. That woman is like stood up to him, and she told that ranking officer over her, over my dead body. All right, we got a call. We're gonna take it. Tell us who you are. Tell us what woman from history has empowered, impressed, inspired, or impacted you. Go right ahead.
I think I think the woman from history that has really impacted me the most is Kamala Harris. I think it's a given. I mean, number one, she's from Oakland, first Black female vice president,
Yep.
first female general attorney,
Yep.
first Black woman district attorney in San Francisco.
Yep.
She's the blueprint that little Black girls can be anything we want to be if you put your mind to it and work hard. And I'm definitely inspired by her. I'm grateful for her and all the steps and strides that she's made.
You know what? How somebody, when somebody really inspires and impacts you, when you decide you want to be an attorney because somebody is in that position. I want to be an attorney
because you finally get to see it.
Right, you get to see it. Exactly. And as far as I'm concerned, she should be the president. She's not, but that doesn't mean she is not a phenomenal woman. Got another call?
No.
Got another call? We got to stop? Oh, I don't want to stop. All right. All of you're going to get Ladies' book. You're going to love it. You're going to love her. She's next on my list of women who have empowered, impacted, and inspired me. That would be Lady E herself. Okay, we're going to go to break. We're going to meet some of the phenomenal women of the Live and Free Omega Boys Club as we celebrate our 38th birthday. Okay, we will be back.
Where can they find it?
Huh? Oh, yes. Where can they find
Head on over to YouTube Live at Stay Alive and Free, and you can always take us on the go when you visit stayaliveandfree.org.
Are you happy?
If you're not, we'll make you happy.
If you are happy,
This
the first week of Women's History Month with our show on phenomenal women. It's all about phenomenal women, phenomenal women. The first hour, we have some wonderful calls. I'm telling you, and I love when the people call in, give us the answers. We get to salute them and their phenomenal women. The second hour, we just got them on camera. We got some phenomenal women on camera, and I'm killing two birds with one stone. Not killing. I'm celebrating two birds with one stone. Stop saying. So
don't start killing on the Live and Free.
I was gonna say, that's a saying that's been in a lexicon for so long.
Okay.
Celebrating two things. We're celebrating the first week of Women's History Month, and we're also celebrating the 37th birthday of Alive and Free Omega Boys Club. And I can't think of any better way to celebrate our birthday, which was officially last Monday, I think. Celebration at the club Tuesday. Damn, with some phenomenal women of Alive and Free, right? And so we have look at these faces, lady. Look who I got here. Sorry, I said, oh Lord, I don't see who I can get, and they said yes, and someone was busy, but and so I first of all, it's wonderful to see all of you. It's wonderful to see all of you. I want to kill. So I want to do two things tonight. I want to talk about your years at the club and what you got out of being at the Alive and Free Omega Boys Club, and I also want to talk about phenomenal women, and because you all are, and what you are doing now. You're just got representatives of both, representatives of the organization and representatives of women. And so you see, we have Ariane Wiley Green, wave your hand. We have Mahogany Spears, wave your hand. We have Ricky Norris, raise your hand. We have Teresa Graves. Raise your hand. We have Layla Turner. Layla, I keep messing up. I keep writing Layla Collins, and she said, no, she's Turner now. She's Turner now. She's turning now. She's been turning for a minute. So don't do that. I don't want Eric come and hit me over the head. We have Messiah Edwards, and we have Benita Lee Tatum, who is, I just see your picture, Benita. I don't know if I can get you in, but just we'd love to see you also. So thank you all for being here. I don't know where I want to begin. Let's talk about the club first. 37 years. And if I know this and the audience doesn't know it, but Lady knows it. We got different eras here, different time frames here. We got some back, a little while back, and we got some more recent. And I purposely picked somebody who is still currently at Alive and Free. And then I think it's also wonderful for you to meet your sisters in the club. Meet your sisters in the club. So, Ariane, why don't you just talk about when you came to Omega and what it was for you and so on and so forth. We'll start with you because you're the first one I see at the top. Hi.
Hi. I think
y'all look good. All y'all look good.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
So again, I'm Ariane. I came to the club, I think maybe 2016 or 2017, and then I left around 2018. What it meant to me, I mean, at the time, I didn't really know. I was still trying to figure it out, but I think I was one of those people growing up where like I felt like I knew a lot, but like when I got to Omega, I was like, okay, there's so much that I don't know, and there was so much like that I was willing to learn, and it opened me up to just see the world in a different way. Because like I feel like a little bit I was sheltered. So when you're sheltered, you're not exposed to everything. So some stuff, you have a privilege in not being able to experience. But like my world opened up a little bit when I heard about some of the stories that other people are going through. And in fact, like there's a new movie, Kimba Story, and my friend was texting me like, you gotta watch Kimba, and I was like, well, I do want to watch it, but I learned that way back in high school. Like I learned all about the story, like I got into it for real, so I kind of already know. But it was funny, like dang, like I really had an opportunity to learn about that at a young age and like really internalize it a little bit and think of it in a different way. So that was my experience in it. I would do anything to go back. I actually kept all of my notebooks from Omega, and I was cleaning up the other day and I like found one, and I was just reading some of the stuff that I wrote in there, and it was really like remarkable, and I'm happy that I kept it. And I can't wait to revisit it like 10 years from now.
Each of you went off of school or going off of school, and you went to San Jose State.
Yeah.
And there's a couple stories. Were you the valedictorian? You were something at the Black graduation. You were something. You were speaking. I know that.
I was just the selected student speaker for the Black grad.
Yes. Oh. It's one of your major accomplishments. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Of course.
Go to Mahogany.
Hi, Doc.
Girl, stop.
Hello, everyone. Hi, ladies. Hi, Mrs. Steele. How are you? So I was, let's see, I started Omega over 20 years ago. So I'm trying to kind of aging myself with that question, Doc. Thank you. But yeah, 20 plus years, I attended Omega Boys and Girls Club, now known as Alive and Free. And what I got out of it was a different perspective. You introduced us to a whole new world. You brought in education around historically Black colleges and universities. Not only did you bring that experience to us, but you were so invested that you spent your time, your energy, your love, and everything to send people away, make sure they came back, and then shared that with the people under them. So there's generations and generations of your knowledge, your love, your investment in all of us. That's what I got out of it the most. In addition to the educational piece, and it wasn't something that you just gave, right? So it wasn't just a scholarship. No, we were required to do lessons. We were required to learn and take back what we got. There's not one person here that probably can't tell you one coachism, right? Principles, right? It's the principles that we take with us. So I got a lot out of it. The principles, the coachisms, you're only one bad decision away is like my go-to, because I have to constantly remind myself that I am no different than anyone. I have to remain humble and that I am one bad decision away. And two, just you've seen us, right? From a community, I'm from Baby Hunters Point. So you've seen me. You didn't see just the poor Black girl. You didn't see, what everyone else seen. You've seen more than that, right? You've seen each of us for all of the things and all the potential and possibilities that we could be. You've seen us. So I got all of that from Omega Boys Club and Alive and Free. So thank you.
You are welcome. And you went to St. Augustine's?
Yes, I went to St. Augustine's in Raleigh, North Carolina. And I currently work in forensic mental health. And I just
save all that. We don't get the current stuff. We don't get all save all that. We just get club stuff because I want to show people the quality of the phenomenal women that come out of Alive and Free Omega Boys Club. All right, Tarisha, great. Esquire. See that Esquire, Mr. Esquire? Y'all got problems?
It's JD Esquire.
Excuse me. JD ain't
Hi,
up to.
Phil. Hi, Dr. Marshall. I was overthinking. So I started at the club, I believe, in 2011. And then I went away in 2000. Well, I finished in 2012. The club means a lot to me, and it did, and it still does mean a lot to me. And like Mahogany said, my favorite coachism is don't let your circumstances dictate your behavior. And so I carry that with me every day. Dr. Marshall always checks in on me, and sometimes I'm slow to respond because I have a million things going on. But I really do appreciate those texts when you're checking in on me randomly while I'm over here doing what I'm doing. Yeah, I love Omega Boys Club, Live and Free. Everyone there. I miss you all. I'll have to pop in one day.
Thank you. This next one is Hitting the Threshold. The one and only Messiah Edwards, Messiah. Messiah, did I ever tell you, your name is just so prophetic. You can spell it different.
Hey.
Only one Messiah. Hello, honey.
Hi, thank you, Dr. Marshall. Hey, Lady Estelle. Hey, everyone. I attended Alive and Free in 2019. I'm currently still in college. So it's been about 4 to 5 years that I've been with the club. And I feel like the number one thing that Alive and Free has given me, they bestowed a lot of wisdom. And I feel like I can always call Dr. Marshall or Lady Estelle and they speak to my experiences being Black professionals in the world. And they've also really stood up as a role model. Like you can hear about things going on, but to see it going on in your community is a really big thing. So thank you guys.
And you are graduating.
Finally. It's about time.
She's at Southern University of New Orleans, down in you're in Baton Rouge, you're in New Orleans. That's right, in New Orleans.
I'm in New Orleans. Yeah.
That's right. Girl, we're not getting into that. We've been through it with that school. We're gonna
through and through.
We're gonna yes. You have seen it through. So congratulations on your graduation. And yeah, we got 14 new graduates this year, and she's 14, and that will take us to 281. 200. Amazing. I don't even know how it happened, but I know. No, hard work, hard work and love. Layla Turner, one of the trio of young women that have come through Alive and Free Omega Boys Club. Hi, Layla.
Hi, Dr. Marshall. Hi, ladies. Oh, can you guys see? Okay. Hi. So So the Omega Boys Club, I started when I was a little girl, what maybe like I don't know, 10 or something. Like, cause my mom is Mama Rita. A lot of people know her as that. And so my mom started going to Omega and bringing us along, and I was really young, and I just used to go to the Tuesday meetings and just listen, and my mind was blown by a lot of the stories that I heard, and having started so young and just kind of like being the little sister of the club, and not I didn't necessarily like start when I was getting ready to begin like the curriculum to be able to go to college and stuff. I was kind of there just as a younger child, and listening, and there was a lot of things that I learned, a lot of things that made me super grateful for people sharing their lives and sharing their stories, and kind of like taught me some life lessons and some things to be aware of and be mindful of as a young girl coming up. Like, man, like, okay, it's real out here, like, I think that was just like, okay, it kind of like, I think it pointed me in a direction where I really wanted to make the best of my circumstances, and I wanted to like, knowing that not everyone had the same kind of support and up and like just being able to have like both parents in the home and things like that, and have a roof over my head, and always be not be worried about some of the things that some of the other people that I grew up with in Omega, some did not have those things, and they didn't have that level of security and support. And so it was just like, I just felt super grateful, and really wanted to make the best of my life and be able to like give back in some way, as I grew. Another thing I would say, just like community. It was the community, the people that saw me every week and like cared about me and still care about me and want to see me win. And it's like I liken it to like a church. Like, if just like you just have people that are just, it's outside of your family, your blood relatives, that are checking for you, care about you, want to see you win, checking in and just holding you accountable, making you feel like I'm accountable. Like, I remember being away at school and being like, I got people that are expecting me to do things, good things here. Like, I have to take care of business. I have to do what I came here to do, because people have sacrificed and worked hard to help me get here. And so, yeah, I would say that those are like the main things. Is just like gratitude, community, and accountability were things that I really feel like I received on a larger scale over my life from Omega and Alive and Free.
Yeah, and you are one of a trio of sisters that came to the club, and uh, your sister Jamila, your sister Rashida, you're the middle one.
I am the middle one.
Howard. And
yes, the real HU.
that will age you. Y'all, we do.
Well, Jamila went to Hampton, so we have that. We kind of.
I know. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what makes it fun. And yeah, just more about you later. More, your careers have just all been amazing, and the places you're going and the things you're doing. You're phenomenal, and the things you're doing are phenomenal. Ricky. Where Ricky? There she is. Ricky. I wanted to get you in here because you're still there. You're still there. You are at Alive and Free. Next year, you will be somewhere, or and you can tell this because I know you've been accepted to a number of schools. But I know, just watching you as you go through, you're benefiting from it, benefiting from being there. So just talk about what you've gotten. You know, you heard the alumni come in last, and I was watching you as the alumni were telling those stories, and your eyes was getting, everybody's eyes getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, I mean, Siobhan was there, and and Monica was there, and but what for you? What have you gotten out of it so far?
Hi guys. Well, I'm still a senior in high school. I started Alive and Free my junior year of high school, and I'm a Willie Mae Scholar, so it's a requirement to come to Alive and Free. So when I first got there, Mrs. Stell was very mean, but she's not mean. I didn't know that she wasn't mean until after. But at first, I felt, why is she always saying something? Why is she always, we can't even go to the bathroom. Like, why we can't do nothing? And Dr. Marshall, he all like, he the cool dad. Like, I want to be laid back. And, so I was like, I really got to be here? But the Giants, they give me a lot of money. So I'm like, I really got to be here. But after a while, I was like, after Mrs. Stell started teaching us stuff, and sometimes she would start speaking to me, but not speaking to me. And she'd be reading my mind. I'm like, how does she know what I'm talking about? How does she know what I'm going through? How does she know exactly what to say, when to say it, how to say it, and how to encourage me or what to do next? And like the program itself has just been helpful all over. Dr. Marshall and Mrs. Stell, they always make sure, like, hey Ricky, like, how are you doing? Like, are you good? Like, and the coaches that stick with me is don't ever give somebody a reason to tell you no.
Yeah.
They both know. I hate the word no. I don't like it. I hate when my parents tell me no. I hate when Mr. Tell tell me no. I hate when Dr. Marshall tell me no. Don't tell me no. So I do everything in my power to make sure they are not telling me no because I just don't like that word. So that one sticks with me all the time, and I really appreciate you guys. And I'm excited to see. You wanted me to tell the how many I got into?
Yes. Well, first of all, a couple really nice things happened to you. You just this like was it Thursday? You were chosen as. Go ahead, just tell them what that was because they love hearing it.
On Wednesday, I was invited to speak at the mayor's closing his Black History Month ceremony, and yeah, I was nervous, but I did it. Like Dr. Marshall always say, if you can speak in front of the club, you can speak in front of anybody, and that is very true, because he always make me go up there and try to read this, do this, read out loud. No, but it helps and it benefits, so I appreciate that.
And I saw clips of it, and you were phenomenal. You really were, and that's the word we're using. That you were phenomenal.
Thank you.
When you told everybody how many schools have you gotten into so far?
12 four-year universities around the United States.
Yep. And we're gonna help pick the one, give you the best deal. Is there a favorite right now? Looking at the money, is there a favorite?
They all giving me money, but we're gonna have to make it work. I gotta talk to Ms. Demetra first, because
everybody know, they all know that. Congratulations, Ricky.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bonita Lee Tatum. Wow. Oh my, Bonita's been here before, but Bonita, it's hard for me to keep Bonita out of it. I always have to get an update because she keeps moving so fast. She's always just like the roads, the flower keeps growing and growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. So thank you, Bonita. I know you were busy this weekend. You weren't sure your internet was gonna happen, but can you hear us? Because we can't hear you yet because you're muted. Ah, there she is.
I'm here. Yay. Hey, everyone. Hey, Omega family, Alive and Free family. I'm here.
Oh, you have talked about it before, but here we are again. What did you get out of being at the club?
Wow. Well, thank you for inviting me to be on the show tonight with my Omega sisters. And I've gotten so many things over the years. I just was jotting down a couple of notes, listening to everyone else chime in and share.
How many years what years? Because it's a different time. I can't remember. I mean, so many of I can't remember when you walked in.
It's been, yeah, I know. So I came to the club in 97.
There we go.
It was 97. That was the summer after my freshman year in high school, which didn't go so well. So coming to the club was the revival that I needed. It helped really set the tone, for the trajectory of my life. I was turned in a new direction. and I learned so much. I was quiet and shy when I came to the club. I had a lot going on, but I was a person who was reserved, and I learned how to find my voice at the club. Um, and it was a therapy to get up and talk about things, whatever the topics were, every week. I came from Oakland. I would catch the BART and the bus to Portrayal Hill every Tuesday night. And that really helped me connect with my forever family in San Francisco, my brothers and sisters from the city. And Maisha says, same here in the chat. Yeah, um, public speaking is something that I'm doing now professionally. And I know that the beginning for me was right there at the club on Tuesday night. First, listening to Zach, listening to Siobhan, Corey, everyone coming through and just really speaking from the heart and sharing. And even now, I still get nervous when it's time for me to speak, but I remember what you always tell me is that, like, I think one time I told you I needed to prepare for something. You said, you don't need to prepare. You're already prepared. Life has prepared you. And I remember that, and I keep that with me because our experiences and what we've learned through the rules for living has prepared us. So we're ready. We're ready for all of it. My favorite coachism, the one that I can remember and the one that I keep close to my heart, and I miss Coach. He was so lovely. I'm thankful that I had a chance to know him. But what works works. I'll just say that. You can finish the rest.
Oh,
but
Lord.
what works works.
And it don't make sense to keep doing
That's my favorite coachism.
it. Don't work.
It don't make sense. That's real. That's real. And that can guide us at any level, in life. And I hold that one dear to my heart. And among so many other lessons, that we've learned. Layla said that's her favorite too. Yes, that's the one. I mean, he said it every week. He always reminded us. And that stuck with me. And even now when I'm trying to figure things out, as a woman, we're talking about women's history. I go back to that and it helps guide me. It helps me make hard decisions. It helps me hold myself accountable, and to make sure that the things that I'm doing are really truly aligned with my values. I go back to that one. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, and you went to
I went to I went to Chico State University for undergrad. Yeah, and I went to Mills College for grad school.
Oh, this was Vanita's graduation was the only graduation. Somehow she got me to be the graduation speaker at her graduation.
I did. I was on the committee. I said, I know who I'm calling. I was on the planning committee.
It was special. It was.
You came to Chico State. You blessed us. For sure.
I'll never forget that. I will never forget that. Plus, a lot of things I won't forget. All of you have been just amazing, but phenomenal is the word that we're using, and not with just what you did, in college, but what you continue to do with your life, and lady knows this. Answer me say this. It's interesting because in the beginning, and I think you've heard me say, it was a boys club, right? I was only gonna do boys. That was the thing. I was gonna do boys. Jack, Jack, we gonna do these boys. The boys having all these problems. They dying. They going this, and then Siobhan showed up, right? Right after we started the club, and she came. And she's like, "Oh, my friends are there. I'm coming." I said, "All right, Siobhan. All right. Come on." It was the best decision I ever made. It was the best. I mean, first of all, I would have never met any of you if I hadn't done that. But what's the saying? We're not related, we're all family, right? And so we're family. And I have 5 sisters. Let me give a shout out to my 5 sisters, are phenomenal women. If I don't, they're gonna be saying, "Well, you sound like this other woman playing me." My 5, when you grow up with 5 sisters, yes, and I'm the oldest, so I've been taking care of them, it was just I can't imagine a club being a boys only club. I can't imagine. I just can't imagine it without the family. And so it's just, yeah, it's the best thing. The best thing. The best thing that the decision I made was to have young men and young women in the club. Let me start with you, Mahogany, because you're doing something right now that is like, yeah, I want y'all to hear this. What she's doing is like amazing. And so, Mahogany, I knew you got a whole bunch of degrees, right? I mean, I know you. I just see I lose track of y'all when you get that bachelor's, right? And then y'all be doing stuff and I don't know about it. And then so you got a couple of degrees. So what you got? What kind of degrees you got, girl?
So I have my bachelor's in political science, my master's in counseling psychology, and then I have a JD.
That's a law degree. Okay.
Yes.
Right. See. And you get that. She just. And now recently, well, and you've had a career. You were over at. I remember you over here in the city at the down in the mayor's office of violence prevention, right? But I'm gonna skip all that. Let's go to what you're doing right now. What you just got chosen to do out in Antioch. That is like, whoa! And just talk about that.
So I was just recently appointed to the Antioch Police Oversight Commission. We will be reviewing some of their policies and procedures and enforcing, justice for the community and reviewing misconduct, police misconduct and investigations.
Now, what's so crazy about this is I was a police commissioner in San Francisco for 14 years, right? And then you're a police commissioner in Antioch, and girl, I know what you're gonna be dealing with. So, like, let's make. And I will say this: people always say to me, Doc Marshall, how you work with them kids? Them kids must drive you crazy. You get the kids, because their image of black people from the inner city is one thing, right? And I say, man, hey, working with the police. Now that was some that was some work because they just feel like they had a problem, and everything's cool around here. So Antioch has really had some issues. I don't know if you can just enlighten everybody on a couple of those. They had issues with text messages and sort of the same things we had over here with the PD that we had to delve into.
Yeah, so there were some racial issues with law enforcement, some misconduct, sending racial text messages. Right now, they're still in litigation, so they're ongoing legal cases going on right now. So I won't talk too much about it. I mean, it is in the newspaper, but there were some racial issues with the police department and racial text messages. And currently, there are 3 civil rights lawsuits right now that are pending.
Lady E, she got her police commissioner thing going. You hear that? I can't talk too much about that right now because that's what I was used to say. The person who talked to me, I said, well, I can't talk about it now. It's in litigation, so on and so forth. Go Agony! Oh my God!
I heard the whole tone. Everything changed. It's like, okay, so we're talking to Miss JD now, and so this is the and it's like that's phenomenal. Okay. Another phenomenal professional woman that needs to be out there who's looking like me. I'm like, all right, girl, all right. Yes.
Good luck. That is, look, if you can do anything to get the department to treat people the way they should be treated, that is a huge step. You know the problem we have with policing in this country, for forever. And Antioch is one of those cities where, they got a lot of problems anyway, and that the department is one of them. So thank you for taking that on. Thank you how long is your appointment?
It's for 3 years.
All right. Okay, I'm coming when at a commission meeting. I'm just gonna show up, sit in the back. I'm gonna sit in the back. Layla, what are you currently doing? Layla is a numbers person. I'm not. How you do all them numbers, girl? Yeah, go ahead.
So right now I've as of 2021, I decided not to go back after I had my daughter. I decided not to go back to my accounting job in corporate America. So I've expanded my practice. I'm a tax preparer. I do tax strategy for my clients and tax compliance. And I'm growing my practice really this year. Ellie just went to preschool in August of last year, so I really just got really, really got to like dive in and really expand the way I want to this year. And I'm also doing client advisory services like CFO for small businesses, fractional CFO services, which is designed to be the voice, the advisor, someone to guide small businesses that are looking to grow and scale, and just being able to um, give back in that way to try to help people that may need some guidance, look at the analytics and things like that. So that's what I'm also offering to my clients, which is new this year that I'm doing. So I'm excited. I feel blessed that people trust me with such important things as their finances. I do some
Money.
coaching. Yeah, I do. I mean, yeah, I feel like I have kind of like a heart for like counseling and that kind of thing. So like coaching, and like kind of helping people kind of talk through their relationship with money and like all that kind of stuff is like is where I feel passionate. And so those are the things that I'm working on right now.
And you are always busy. You busy all the time. I mean, the mom part is busy. The other part is
Yeah.
busy. Every time I come, it's like you out of breath. I get, yeah, but you work, you got the work ethic. Yeah, and you're good. You're good. You're good. Coach would be proud of you, girl. Coach would
Thank
be.
you. I hope so.
Teresa, you have built. Oh, remember she went off to law school. Remember she went late. Remember she went off to Florida. Off to Florida A&M to go to law school.
I remember.
Oh Lord, Lord, what have you done since then, and what are you doing now? I ain't gonna tell people where you just moved because I'm jealous. You can say if you want. I don't. I mean, I'll tell Mrs. Snow later. If you want to tell people where you moved, that's cool. But
Dr. Marshall, you can tell Mrs. Steele where I moved.
Hey, you know, oh, now everybody want to know. I shouldn't have said nothing.
I know. I'm in wine country. I just moved to Napa last Sunday, actually. So it's been a week. So I finally, all day, I was just like putting everything away and getting settled in. Me and my sister when I moved back, so I went to law school in 2012, and then I came back in 2015 after I graduated and passed the bar. And me and my sister have been living together since then, and now we're both getting our own separate apartments. So I'm gonna miss her and my niece Devani. They were here earlier helping me, but yeah, so it's a new journey for us. But yeah, so I am an attorney. I work remotely. Our office is in San Francisco. I work for Gordon Creek, Kelly Hall, Angel, and Sugarman. I know that is long. I do both insurance defense and plaintiff side personal injury. So if you're ever injured in a car accident, slip or fall, any kind of personal injury, just hit me up. I am your girl. I will get you paid.
All right.
I will get you paid.
Whew. All right. I'm all about getting paid, girl. Go ahead.
And I'm actually litigating the case right now. It's about to go to trial. So I've been working a lot, like long hours. Right now I'm doing expert disclosures, and hopefully I think we're going to settle, but I still have to prep it as if it's going to go to trial. So I'm litigating right now.
Wow. Ms. L, if I remember correctly, early on, a few years ago, she had a interview she was doing or something like that. And maybe I got this wrong, but I think I got it right. And I think it was with either a judge or a lawyer up at San Francisco Juvenile Hall, if I'm correct.
And I don't know if it was Juvenile Hall,
are
but
you talking about when I worked at the court?
Yes.
Courthouse, yeah. That
with
first
Judge Kelly?
Yeah, Kelly, right. And either you wrote a paper or you said something that referenced something you had learned at the club. That
In the interview I did. I think it was the coach. It was the coachism, I believe, probably. He's my favorite.
Okay, so this a story I love to tell. So they asked her, why, you know those questions, why should we give you this job? And from what I remember, she said, because I don't let my circumstances dictate my behavior.
That is exactly what I said.
And they said, bam, you got the job.
Oh, right. Straight from the club. Wow. Amazing. That was because I know there's something that Ariane can tell us about her that she used at her graduation when she spoke, because she got directly from you, Lady E. Congratulations, Napa, huh? Why? Okay, if you just see me showing up, okay, all right. Hang on.
Congratulations. Congratulations. And
Thank you.
So one of the things I'll just share about Teresa, when she came to Alive and Free to Omega, and she took the class. She didn't qualify for anything because she already had her undergraduate degree. So she was not qualified for the scholarship, but she kept coming. Not only did she keep coming, she did that final project. And Mahogany and Layla, Vanita, let me just tell you, that final project is a no joke. See, Ricky said I was mean. Yeah, no, we not playing. And it's not about not playing. It's like we ain't playing. This is serious because we know what's out there. So you need to get this right. So Teresa, bless her heart, she did that project and it was exemplary. It was exemplary. So I went to Dr. Marshall and I said, look, we got to give her something. We know she doesn't qualify. She knows she doesn't qualify, but she did it anyway. She did the work. And then she went to Florida, and I tell you what, she checked back in. She was like, no nonsense, get it done. Every opportunity she did not miss. She took the writing contest of writing something, and she came in first. She was not playing. And then she came back ready for that job, that interview. We talked about it. Baby said, no, you go. And you know that mean talk. You know, Ricky, that mean talk. Da 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 da. Don't get yourself together. You ain't got time to be scared. You sit in there, and she came back with that because I don't let my bam. So yeah, she was very different because she came in and said, I'll do it no matter what.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you, Estelle.
It was amazing.
Absolutely. Bonita Lee. Bonita Lee. Bonita Lee.
Hey.
I ain't seen you on LinkedIn lately. I figured you just taking a break for a bust out thing. You be like, anyway, you're doing something now. I heard you teaching something. So I heard you the grapevine. Word on the street was that you doing something else. So you got the paint. Well, I ain't gonna tell you a story. You got the paintings. You got the. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead. What you doing now?
Yeah, you know what? Yep. So for the past 6 years, really 8 years, I've been doing all kinds of different things. My career is in banking and finance, and I'm really thankful that I've had that experience. I'm still going to be in that arena, but I started my own business as a business strategy consultant, and I set out to empower women of color entrepreneurs to create financial growth because I learned during my career that we face the most disproportionate financial headwinds. And there's a lack of resources and support for Black women-owned businesses. And I saw the disparity and I wanted to make a contribution. And I determined through education, I could do that. And so I've been working with so many entrepreneurs, helping them with their business strategy, helping and coaching and connecting them with information and resources that they need to grow. And I've done that through partnering with different organizations. And that's been really fulfilling for me. Simultaneously, I had emerged as a visual artist because when I was at the height of my career, I experienced burnout. And I didn't know that I needed to heal from just life in general. And I started painting and painting and becoming a visual artist just really opened up the floodgates because I realized that I had only been focused on business. And by that, I mean, I was just really trying to find a way to provide for myself, my family, essentially escape poverty, change generational cycles and those types of things. And through my ambition, I was just working so much and I wasn't taking great care of myself the way that I needed. And that became apparent. And so I started to understand that I needed a space to be free, to resolve some things that were going on within. And art became my gateway for healing. And I've been really like on this crazy ride since I became an artist, sharing my story with other people, especially women like myself, young, highly ambitious, but I won't say misguided, but needing some support around connecting with self and doing things that are going to be putting, your needs first. And for me, that's what art did. And it's opened up a pathway for me to share more about my story and to help others tap into their creativity and regardless of whatever medium that might be. So I've been doing that and it's been amazing. My small business has served, I've been saying has served over 300 entrepreneurs since the pandemic, but it's actually more than 400 because that was an old number. I had to revisit that and I did some assessments and I realized, wow, I've been serving a lot of people right here in the Bay Area and across the country and even across the world. I've had clients and projects that I've been on. It's just been just crazy. But really, it's been a matter of me opening up and saying, I want to learn new things. I want to challenge myself. And there's a lot of things I want to do that I can't because I'm balancing a lot. I'm a mom, I'm married, I have a career. And so I have to really kind of toe this line of doing all the things that I dream of, but also making sure that I'm staying centered and grounded and caring for myself in the process. So you always talk about LinkedIn. I love LinkedIn. I posted on LinkedIn today. Go check me out. See what I share about an event that I recently did. I mentioned earlier I've been doing more public speaking, and I've been getting really comfortable after I found my voice, becoming an artist. Now sharing my voice and just being unconcerned about any type of like fear of making mistakes, of being imperfect. And I think that's what art did for me. It really set me free. It set me free from being in competition with others or with myself and helped me to become validated, knowing that I'm enough and helping it bridges, this gap with consciousness. And it really has connected me with a new community of like-minded people, people who want to learn and grow and who want to do things that are positive and that can bring change to the world. And so art, education, business, amongst other things have been my passions, along with fashion. I feel like I want to say that how we show up in the world, how we present ourselves and show our creativity. I think those things are so important. And those are some of the things that have been instrumental in my healing process over the years. This year is brand new. I know there's a lot of new things on the horizon because I've been a big dreamer and there's some things inside of me that they're so big, like they're just like, it feels like I'm gonna break sometimes. Like there's so much inside. And so I'm giving the time and the space that I need to continue developing and just being open to new opportunities, new ideas, and learning new ways of doing things. And that's been an incredible journey for me. and I'm having a lot of fun, you know, on this journey.
You know what? That one thing I've learned, the journey is way more fun than the destination. The
For
journey,
sure.
everything. Oh man, just
The
enjoy.
journey is everything.
The journey makes the destination worthwhile, and so just and you know you just gotta get on a journey and go, right? And then take up, find a place that you can. All of you to find a place where it's for you. I know I got my thing. I know Lady E has hers. Find. He said you got to find a place where we can go for peace, and healing, and creativity, and it's in all of us. But just keep on journeying, keep on journeying, keep on journeying. Wonderful.
It's all about the journey. The journey is the experience, you know, and we can have like multiple journeys at once. And I think, right, that's what I needed. I needed to learn because I knew that there was more to life than just the daily grind and the hustle. You know, I love that, but I felt that there was more, and there is more, and there's still so much more to come.
Yeah, you don't know what's gonna come, and that's what makes it fun. It's gonna you know what places you're gonna be, but just enjoy it, all of you. Let me go to Ariane. Who what are you doing now, girl? I never said you doing these days.
I currently work as an urban planner at the San Francisco Planning Department. That's just what I've been doing. Like, as you all talk about the journey, it's something I never expected I would be doing. But like, it's been interesting. It's been super fun. So I'm happy to be here.
What did lady, you recount what she said at what you said that she remembered so well and used as part of her uh, address at the Black graduation?
It's Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa, the last day of Kwanzaa is January 1st, and that's called the Day of Meditation. And so I asked the students at Omega to think about and to get ready for that day of meditation and answer 3 questions. Who am I? Am I who I say I am? And am I all I ought to be? That's how we end Kwanzaa. So, that was the assignment they were given. Ariane got that assignment along with other kids in the class. I do give that assignment every year.
And
Ariane, it was significant.
Yeah, 4 years later at her graduation, you referenced those words. And that was a pretty powerful speech you made, girl.
Thank you. It resonated. That's the only thing I can say. It resonated. Like, I felt it. I never forgot it. The moment I heard it, I think in that moment I wrote it in my notes. And like, as I was thinking about a graduation speech, like, those are the words that just appeared in my head. And so I just built around that. And it still resonates. It's just something that I always think about. It's a way to just reevaluate where you are and where you're going as you're thinking about the journey. Like, who are you? Like, are you really who you say you're being? Are you all you ought to be? Like, that's so powerful to me, to like reflect about yourself, but also like where you're at currently and how far you can go. But yeah, so those things I'll never forget. Thank you, Mrs. Taylor, for saying it. Yeah, it was great. I often like watch my graduation speech too, to remind myself about the things that I said, because like
that's
good. Like, I saved a clip in my phone. I'm like, wait, like, am I staying true to this again? Because like, again, it's about reevaluating yourself and like self-reflection, but also like looking ahead and looking back too. And like, that's what life's all about as you think about your journey, as you think about where you've been and where you're going.
Wow. I'm looking at Ricky, and Ricky heard that same assignment, huh?
But Sam, as you graduate, you call me on the phone. I'm sitting in my car. Or you call me or you text me. What's your next step, it looks like?
So I recently completed my LSAT preparation course. My plan is to go to law school.
All right.
So yeah.
And she's already got it.
I got my first acceptance last week, and oh my goodness, I was floored. I literally called the lady. If you know, on the LSAT, it tells you your decision was rendered. And that wasn't good enough for me. So I called the people. I was like, what was the decision? So they told me the decision and I got admitted. And when I tell you, it just felt like a full circle moment because it's just like a full year of preparation between like the LSAT and just applying to law schools and just making sure that I am mentally ready and capable for the things that I prayed for, my blessings. And I feel like throughout this process, the biggest thing that I've learned is that delayed gratification yields the best results. Some things we go through, it's not the easiest process. We don't get a clap and award every week, you know, or every month. So to wait 12 months and to finally receive a acceptance letter, it brought tears to my eyes, and I called about everybody. I was so excited to call Dr. Marshall and let him know that yes, I'm going to law school. It don't matter if I got 1 or 10. I got that one, and one was enough, and I'm going to law school. So.
In the USF, University of San Francisco Law School, a very good law school.
Yes.
And let me just say about this one, who ended up down in New Orleans, and she thought things were just all laid out, and they were not. That girl went through, if I can just say, hell and high water, trying to make it work. Bless her heart, she just went through, and there was just one roadblock after another. But her persistence, her consistency, what did she say? She said, but that wasn't good enough. When they gave her a response, she said that wasn't good enough. She wanted to know more. That is who Messiah is. She is not going to stop until she gets there. And that's the way she started, and she's continued that. Girl, congratulations. Keep it up. That's what it takes. Tenacity,
Thank you so
resilience,
much.
consistency, persistence. And did you see your JD colleague saying, all right, girl, and get their numbers, okay?
Thank you so much. And I appreciate it. I would love to connect with you. I feel like Lady Estelle, the both of you, you guys have been a tremendous support system. I could always lean on you guys and call you guys. Like I appreciate my Omega family so much. Even my the Omega members out here, I can always call Deb. I can always call somebody from Omega to be of support.
Ricky, you are following in some. Look at this! All these ladies that have. what do you what do you think? And tell them you got to name all those schools, right? And your goals and aspirations, because you're beginning on your collegiate journey. They've been through it. They've been grad school, and you see where they are now. But I mean, you talk about what do I always say? You say if they can do it, you can do it, right? And if people are sitting there like, well, I don't know if I know if they can do it, you can do it. And so, what are you thinking now, Ricky?
These are some big shoes to fill, but I can do it. I know. I'm very dedicated. Uh-oh. I'm trying to look up all the schools. If you want me to share them, Dr. Marshall.
Yes, you can get
I
down.
hope that.
Well, that's okay. Well, if you can't find, you can't find. What do you want to do though? That's go ahead. You can do the schools or both.
Okay. I want to go to school to become a therapist. I want to go for teens, psychology and sociology. Um, COVID really hit hard for me, especially because I went through COVID my 8th grade and my 9th grade year. So my 9th grade year, I never went to the high school. I never even seen the high school. Didn't even know none of the kids. Like, everything was on the Zoom. And I didn't get an 8th grade graduation. So that like whole 2 years was really hard for me at the time. Um, and I've realized a lot of teens don't have support or people that they could talk to. A lot of my friends were telling me during that time that, or not just my friends, people that I know were telling me that them and their parents weren't getting along, or they had no one to talk to, no one to vent to, no one to open up to. And I feel like when we grow up, I said this in my speech as well, we need people to help us who we can trust. We need Mrs. Stells. We need Dr. Marshalls. We need Jacks. We need people who we can count on that are outside of our guardians. And I feel like that's really why I really want to be a therapist for Black teens and feel like, because we're always told like therapy is for white people, and that's not true. Like, and it doesn't going to therapy does not make you crazy. It
Nope.
really can help you, and um, I'm just excited. And double majoring is a big thing, but I'm gonna do it.
Congratulations, dear. I know part of the 12 schools. It's going to be fun picking out the one for you. It's going to be fun. And I love because each of them could probably, some of them who've had Miss Demetra during that college prep class will tell you, we're going to get you the best deal. We're going to get you, you'll be a blue chip scholar. We're going to get you the best deal from that school. So hopefully
My
you
mom,
can.
my mom found the schools for me. Hold on, I'm gonna read them to you. Okay. So I got her little Android. Arizona State, Jackson State, Hampton, Hawaii, SF State, Sonoma State, Clark Atlanta, Cal State, LA, UNLV, San Jose State, and Georgia State.
Okay. All right. Congratulations on all of those and more to come. More to come. I just want to say thank you to all of you for spending this hour with us. This is the best way I could have thought to start Women's History Month and to celebrate the 37th birthday of the club. You know, the two happen to coincide. I'll get the fellas somewhere down the road. You know, we don't. Uh, but it's just phenomenal women. That's you just amazing. And you represent women. You represent the women of Alive and Free Omega Boys Club, but more importantly, you represent yourself and your families. And the most important thing to me is when somebody they say your name and they go, "Ooh, look at that! Look what she did! Your name is all you got." You know what I mean? Your name is when they say Layla Turner. Oh, Layla, Ricky Norris got this. Ariana did this. Bonita, oh Bonita, bad. Mahogany's on that commission. Therese, that girl went like she do it when they do that. When they get to that girl thing and Messiah. That girl went through hell at that school and she still, that is the best thing. The best thing. Wow, that's amazing. And push through it all. Uh, I was using the poems Still I Rise, you know, a lot last month during Black History Month. And not only have you risen, you continually to rise. And that's women. That's phenomenal women. Lady E, it's you.
Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud. I say, it's in the click of my heels, the bend of my hair, the palm of my hand, the need for my care. Because I'm a woman phenomenally. Phenomenal woman. That's you and me. Congratulations, young ladies. Continue to let your light shine.
You know, I love all of you. All of you always will. Y'all be my babies forever. You could be 102 with gray hair. You're still my girl. You're still my baby. I'm gonna be looking out for you. Thank you so much for the night. Now you got to get up and get back at that world and continue to be phenomenal. Thank you. So I'll see you soon. Okay. Thank all of you. Good night. Love you.